Hi friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And today's the day. We are doing it a day early, but we're kicking off the 31 days of Halloween. And what I have here, I start every Halloween season with this. This is the watch pile for the month. It doesn't mean this is all I'm going to watch. It doesn't mean that I'm going to get to everything, but I wanted to give you a jumping off point. I don't know how many films are here, but it's a lot, and I figured I would give you things to choose from. Now, I do have some of the classics that I do every year, but I also tried to mix it up so I'm not just giving you the same list every year. You'll see what I'm talking about. We have a great selection, but a lot to get through, so I'm just going to get right to it. And the first one is a found footage movie. I've talked about this one before. If you've been around the channel, you know that I'm hit and miss with found footage, but this one, I really enjoy this one. It's a Korean film. It's called Gangnam Haunted Asylum. If you've not seen this, don't worry if you're not a fan of found footage. You will dig this one. It is so much fun. It is so creepy, so scary. Basically, long and short of it, we have a bunch of live streamers who are going into this abandoned asylum that is supposedly haunted, and they want to live stream it to get more viewers, and they want to see what they find, and some creepy things happen, and this one freaked me out, but it's so good. I love this one. So put Gangnam Haunted Asylum on your list. And we lost Ozzy Osbourne this year. Rest in peace, Ozzy. But I thought because of that, we would pick a the Mario Bava film that gave Black Sabbath their name. Before they saw this film, they were calling themselves Earth. That was the name of their band. And Black Sabbath, this movie, was playing at a theater across the street from where they were practicing. And they just couldn't believe that people were paying to go be scared. So they went and saw it, and they decided to change their name to Black Sabbath. And that's a little bit of fun little Ozzy Black Sabbath history. If you're ever in a trivia contest, you'll have that answer. But this is a lot of fun. It stars Boris Karloff, and I believe it's 3 stories, and it's just a lot of fun. I love this one. I love anything by Mario Bava. And if you've already seen this one and you want to pick something else, pick a different Mario Bava film. They're all winners, and they all have a place in movie history, and they're just all bangers. I love them all. So this one is going to be I believe it's in Italian with English subtitles. It could be English dubbed. I'm not sure. It's been a bit since I watched this actual version of it, but this month I'm gonna watch it again. So that's Black Sabbath. And of course, what would Halloween month be without a watch of The Ring? And this is the American version, and you know the deal. You watch the videotape, and 7 days later people just die. So that's the long and short of it if you haven't seen it. But there is also a Japanese version, so if you want to get wild and crazy, watch both of them. Watch the Japanese and watch the American remake, because I think they're both fantastic. So The Ring and Ringu, so you can't go wrong with either one of those. And this is a fun one. Actually, somebody mentioned this in one of the earlier videos a few weeks ago when I think I did Fall Horror. And I said I would get to it because I have talked about this one before. This is a Norwegian. Yes, this is a Norwegian. This is going to be our creepy kid film, The Innocents. This is such a great creepy kid film. Now, normally I would do like Children of the Corn, but I feel like I've done that every year. So this year we're going with The Innocents. This is a group of kids. I believe they're off for summer vacation, and they have some weird funky powers, and they don't always use them for good, but this is a lot of fun. If you haven't seen The Innocents, definitely put it on your list. You're going to have a great time with it. And this one, I love this one. This is a French film. It's a Criterion. There's, I believe, Viavision or Imprint just put out a really nice box set and a really nice release of it. But I love this one, and it is getting a 4K from Criterion. It is Eyes Without a Face. It's a French film. It is fantastic. It's in black and white. It's from 1960. It's 90 minutes, and like I said, it's in black and white and French with English subtitles. Basically, the long and short of it, we have a gal who has been in a terrible car wreck, and her face has become disfigured, and her father is capturing girls who fit her physical profile, and he is trying to do a face transplant to help her. That's all I'm going to say. Watch it. Have fun with it. It's a blast. Eyes Without a Face is one of my favorites. Now, you've probably heard that Guillermo del Toro is releasing his version of Frankenstein this year. I believe October 15th, it's going to get a limited theater run. I don't know what they mean by limited. I don't know if it means that it's going to be a short time or that it's just going to be in like bigger cities. And then November 7th, it's going to be released on Netflix. So I wanted to get ready for his version of Frankenstein, and I pick one of the Universal monsters to do like a deep dive into each year. So this year, what I decided to do is I'm going to watch all the Frankenstein movies from the Universal Monsters set to get ready for Guillermo del Toro's rendition of Frankenstein. So if you haven't seen Frankenstein, or if you haven't watched all the movies, give it a watch, or pick a different Universal monster. Pick the one that speaks out to you and watch that. But you have to do something with the Universal monsters. This is another one. Now this, I'll tell you what's going on with this one. This is one that I talked about before. It's James McAvoy in Speak No Evil. This is actually a remake of a Dutch original. I like this one a lot. If you know, you know. If you haven't seen it, just give it a watch. Go in blind. James McAvoy is fantastic. He is so over the top creepy in this one, but it's great. And then, because I enjoyed that so much, I watched the Dutch original, which I think this is way more terrifying and way more brutal. I think this one was watered down compared to this one, especially the ending. The ending is brutal. But fun fact, the only way I could find this was this media book, a German media book, but it is getting a release from Arrow Video, I believe either the end of this month or in November, but you can check on Orbit or Diabolic or even go on Arrow. But this one is getting a release. It is well worth the pickup. It's fantastic. And until then, if you can't find a copy of it, I would say, I think it's on Prime. I think it's streaming on Prime. So definitely check out Speak No Evil. Both versions, they're great. And what would a Halloween watch list be without John Carpenter's The Thing? We've talked about it before. Everybody's going to watch The Thing, I would think. But if you haven't seen it, definitely give it a watch. If you've seen it, put it on your list and watch it again. And of course, we have to watch The Conjuring. Pick any one in the series. Pick The Conjuring, the original one, the second one, whatever one you like. If you don't like them, don't watch it. But I watch The Conjuring every year. I watch a few films out of that every year. I also watch Insidious, but I decided to go with the Conjuring for the list this year. It's a good one, and the 4K of that looks really good. The original one that just got the 4K release looks really good. This one I have talked about before. This is also, I believe this is also Korean. Yes, this is also Korean. Eczema, or Eczema. E-X-H-U-M-A. Eczema. This is a great film, and again, a Korean with English subtitles, and basically what we have is we have a family that believes they're cursed because the first child born to everyone in the family, they're always born with these horrible illnesses that no one can figure out why it's happening or what it is. So they hire this group of shaman to do all these things to try to figure out what it is, and this has bits of dark comedy. It also has the gore factor. It's got a little bit of everything, and I think you're really going to like it. The story is really good. It's very engaging. So if you haven't seen Eczema, definitely give it a look. It is well worth your time. I thought it was fantastic. And of course, this is a staple. Every year I watch Trick or Treat. Who doesn't, right? I think we all watch this during the Halloween month. So Trick or Treat definitely had to make my list. And it is an anthology, so I decided why not throw another anthology in. I like this one. You may like it, you may not. It's called The Mortuary Collection. It's a Shudder film. And basically what it is a gal goes into a mortuary and she talks to the mortician, and he basically tells her stories about all the people that are in the facility at the time, and that's all I'm going to say. If you haven't seen this one, it's a fun one. I enjoyed it. I like a good anthology. If they're done well, they're good. So I thought this one was really good. If you don't want to pick it up, just stream it somewhere, but it's a lot of fun. Mortuary Collection. And then one more, this one, it's okay, but you know what? It's for Halloween, so again, if you want to just stream it, I would check it out, but it's Tales of Halloween. And this one is 10 different stories. It's 10 different, short stories about Halloween. It's okay. I think it gets a 5 something, but it's just for Halloween fun. So this one I had to include because I don't think I've ever talked about this one, but it's all right. It's fine for Halloween, so just be advised that it's not gonna blow your mind, but if you just want something fun and different, definitely check that one out. Now, this one I posted on Instagram and people asked me if I was going to talk about it on the channel, so of course here it is. It is the new 4K release of the remake of Night of the Living Dead. And this looks fantastic. I know it's hard to get a hold of. I'm really hoping that they just give this a standard release, like a standard Blu-ray or standard 4K release, so that people who want it can pick it up, because the 4K looks absolutely amazing. And this also has both the theatrical and the uncensored version of the film. Now, what it means by the uncensored version is the real difference that I saw was the beginning of the film. It starts out in black and white. So you have that callback to the original. And then in the first like 5 minutes or so, it switches over to color. And then the rest of the film is color. But I thought this was great. I've seen it before, but not that version. I really enjoyed the change. I love the things that they did with this. It's pretty true to the original story. The big change is in the character of Barbara. And if you know about Barbara, you know, but Barbara is definitely more of a badass in this film. And I like that a lot because in the original one, I found her to be a little whiny, but I love that they made her like a take charge person in this one. And that's the big change. Of course, we have Tony Todd as Ben, who's fantastic. And everybody in this is really good. And the 4K is absolutely stunning. So definitely, if you can find that, just pick it up and give it a watch. And of course, we have to watch the OG, the original Night of the Living Dead. This is from 1968. It's 96 minutes and it is in black and white, and you cannot go wrong with this one. And this is one of those films that even if someone isn't a big horror fan, you'll be fine watching this one. It's a lot of fun, and it's a classic for a reason. And this one, I love this one. It's a perfect Halloween film, I think. Some people like it, some people didn't. I thought it was great. This is the second sight version of Late Night with the Devil. Takes place on Halloween, so I think it's perfect for a Halloween watch. And it's basically a late night show that goes terribly wrong because all these like paranormal things start to happen, and it's happening on live TV supposedly. And that's all I'm going to say. If you haven't seen Late Night with the Devil, find a way to watch it, because I think, especially for the Halloween month, I think you're really going to enjoy it. I thought this was very, very good. So I liked it, but if you're not sure, give it a stream before you invest in buying it. And this one I have on my list every year since it came out because I absolutely love it. It is Haunt. And this is about haunts that, you know, like haunted houses that pop up just for the Halloween month. And it targets a group of college kids. They get a flyer at a party. They go to this haunted house and they find out it is run by some really sick and demented people. And it's just really good. I love the masks. I love the tension. I love the whole like claustrophobic feeling of being trapped in this haunted house. I just think it has everything that you want a Halloween haunted house movie to be. This is so much fun. And if you haven't seen Haunt, give it a try. This is probably streaming on Shudder as well if you have it. So, because it originally started out just streaming on Shudder, but now it has that release. And of course, I am going to watch the trilogy. I call it the X trilogy, but I am going to watch it in the order, not the order that it was released. I am going to watch Pearl first because I think that X makes more sense if I watch Pearl first. Then I am going to watch X because I think that a lot of X is explained in Pearl. And then I am going to rewatch Maxine. Maxine was not my favorite, but I'm trying to make friends with it because I love this trilogy as a whole. I love Mia Goth. I love the whole storyline. So I really, really want to like this one, and I'm just going to keep watching it. So that will be a trilogy that I'm going to revisit for the month. Let's talk about, this is one that I haven't talked about in a while, The Autopsy of Jane Doe. This is a crowd favorite. I know a lot, everybody pretty much who sees it loves it. It's basically, I would say, like witch themed story. We have a father and son who run a mortuary, and they get a body in, and they're doing an autopsy on the body, and of course it's a Jane Doe. They don't know who she is or anything about her. And crazy things start to happen, and this film is fantastic. It has atmosphere out the wazoo, and it will really creep you out, and it's a very, very cool story as well. When you start to find out and put all the pieces together, a lot of fun. If you haven't seen The Autopsy of Jane Doe, put it on your list for this month and give it a look. And let's see, of course, one of my favorites, I've talked about this so much, I'm tired of hearing me talk about it, but you have to hear me again. When Evil Lurks. I love this one. It's an Argentinian film. It is in Spanish with English subtitles. And, yes, it's in Spanish with English subtitles. And basically what it is, it's a possession story. We have an evil force that is moving from person to person and even into animals. And they have to dispose of it in the correct way, or it is going to basically run amok and take over. And that's all I can say. This is a fantastic movie. high on the gore factor. It's got a lot of gore in it. As a matter of fact, I know I've said before, I had a hard time with it the first time because of the gore factor, but once I got past that, from the second watch on, I have absolutely loved this movie, and I go back to it at time and time again. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen it, but I'm watching it again this month because I love it. So that's that. Same with this next one, except the doesn't really have the gore, but I love this one. This is going to be my folk horror pick. No surprises here. The Wicker Man. I watch it every year. This is the original one. I believe it's from 1974. I love this one. There is a missing child on an island, and this inspector goes out to figure out what happened to this little girl and find her. He talks to all the villagers, and the longer he's there, the longer he finds out there is some really wacky things going on there, and that's all I'm going to say about it. If you haven't seen The Wicker Man, definitely check out the original. Don't worry about the remake. The remake, but the original, good stuff here. It's a lot of fun. And let's talk zombies and infected things. Of course, we have to go with Train to Busan. It's an excellent, it's probably the best zombie movie I've ever seen. It is, I believe that, yeah, this one's also Korean with English subtitles. Great stuff, fast-moving zombies, plenty of gore, good stuff, and a really, really good story. So if you haven't seen Train to Busan, check it out. This one I really like as well. Della Morte, Dell'amore, and this one is in Italian, or you can do an English dub because who is the lead in this one? Come on, let me think. Who's the lead? But he speaks. It's Rupert Everett. Rupert Everett. I couldn't think of his name. Anyway, he's English speaking, so you can get it in English, and his assistant is a mute. He doesn't speak at all. But basically, they are in charge of a graveyard, and what happens is people who are buried in this graveyard, 7 days later, they rise from the dead, and they are zombies. They're the Walking Dead. So this is a really, really great movie, and if you like things like that, if you like zombie movies, you're gonna like this. It's something different. So definitely check this one out. And the last one, this is for the Gorehounds. This is a wild, wild, crazy ride. This is more of an infected movie than a zombie movie. They get in this infection and they go wild. They do all kinds of violent, horrific things. It's a bloody mess, but it's a fun ride, The Sadness. And I know most of you have probably seen it. I'm probably the last one who watched it. I just watched this about a month ago, and whoo, definitely gave me a run for my money. But if you're up for the challenge, The Sadness is a wild, wild ride. And I believe this one is also, I believe this is a Korean, I believe this one is in Korean with English subtitles. I think so. But I'm not going to waste your time looking at it. It's either Korean or Japanese. I think it's Korean, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that one. I've only seen it once. But all I know is you have to be up for the gore if you're going to do this one, because it is hardcore. So The Sadness is the next one on my list. And I'm just going to clear up my desk, and then we will finish up with the last few I have here. Okay, I'm back. And while I was cleaning up my desk, I did check about The Sadness because I wanted to get the country of origin and the language right. It is a Taiwanese film, and it is in Mandarin. So I was wrong. It wasn't Korean, and it wasn't Japanese. So that's the deal with The Sadness. So if you decide to watch it, you're going to be watching it in Mandarin. Now I'm going to get into the home invasion. Now I usually go with The Strangers, but I wanted to do something different, and this was so well received. It's a crowd favorite. People were so excited that it finally got a physical release, and that is Hush. And basically what we have is this gal. She is a writer. She's out in her cabin working on her latest novel or whatever she's writing. And the thing with her is that she's deaf, so she has these different ways of knowing if someone's coming near the house or whatnot, or if somebody's trying to call her phone. Lights go off and things like that to get her attention. And what ends up happening is the fella in the mask here with the creepy old mask, he starts to stalk her, and he's trying to get into the house, and it's a fight for survival, typical home invasion. But it's got that twist because we have a potential victim who is deaf, and how she has to try to avoid him is very different than what we're used to seeing. But really good stuff. It's a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that it got this nice physical release. Now this one, I don't know if it came out last year or the year before, but I know it's very recent, and this, again, it was a crowd favorite, and it really, really snuck up on all of us because nobody knew much about it, but it's Cobweb, and it's really good. It definitely takes place at Halloween. You have, like, pumpkins everywhere. I've never seen more pumpkins in a movie, but really, really good stuff. We have a young boy, and he is hearing noises in his room at night, and again, not something we haven't seen before, but it's definitely a different twist. And he's telling his parents that he's hearing things and he's afraid in his room, and they're telling him it's his imagination. And all I'm going to say is it takes a dark turn and we're off to the races, but really, really good stuff. Definitely something different. So if you haven't seen Cobweb, put it on your list. If you've seen it, give it another look. It's a good one. And you know I love Rob Zombie. I'm an unapologetic fan, and the one that I have chosen for this pile is House of a Thousand Corpses. And the reason I've chosen this one is because this is the one that takes place during Halloween when they drive up to the Firefly house for the first time, the group of lost strangers. It's all decorated for Halloween. They're ready to have their Halloween party, and the party takes a really, really dark turn, and it's just really good. This is so different. It feels much more low budget than Devil's Rejects. It's definitely got that gritty, grimy creep factor to it, and you just see how crazy the Firefly crew is right from the get-go, and I really do like this one a lot. It's a very close 1 and 2 with this and Devil's Rejects, but House of a Thousand Corpses definitely had to make my list. Now this one, this scared me, and I've talked about it before, scared me way more than I ever thought it would. I underestimated this like you wouldn't believe. This took place, they made this during the pandemic. It's called Host. I've talked about it before. And basically what it is, it's a Zoom call. And a bunch of girlfriends, they're bored at home, so they hire a medium and they want to do a seance. And this film is only, I think it's only like 75 minutes. No, it's 65 minutes, but what it does in 65 minutes will unnerve you, I promise you. So this group of friends, they want to do a seance. They have the medium come in. She tells them the rules. The medium loses her Wi-Fi contact and she's gone, and the girls kind of do things that they're not supposed to do. And when the medium comes back, all hell breaks loose, but it will really unnerve you. If you haven't seen Host, you're in for a treat. Definitely give it a watch. It's so, so good. I really, really underestimated that. They did so much with what they had to work with. It was great. I think they did a great job. I just have a few vampire ones. Of course, 30 Days of Night. Love this one. Some of the scariest vampires you're ever going to see. I put it on my list every year, and I just couldn't leave it off. Another one that I like, this is a Swedish version. There is an American remake of it, but I prefer the original Swedish one. It's Let the Right One In, vampire film, but they're younger kids. If you've seen it, you know. If you haven't seen it, just give it a watch. It's really, really good. And if you don't want to do the subtitles, you can do I think it's called Let Me In, the American remake, but I really do think this is the superior film. So Let the Right One In had to make my list. And then, of course, this was one of my favorites. I really like this one. I'm not going to say much about it because I don't want to spoil it, but it's Abigail. I love this one. Basically, what happens is we have a young girl who's kidnapped by a group of like 20-somethings. They want to hold her for ransom, and they quickly find out that they are in way over their heads, and that's all I'm going to say. But Abigail is a load of fun. It's so much fun. I really, really enjoyed this one. So if you haven't gotten around to seeing it yet, definitely give it a watch, but don't look into it too much because there are spoilers, and you really want to be surprised with this one. It really makes the movie. So Abigail's a really good one. Now let's talk about some franchises. I was very, very happy to see that my 4K collection of Nightmare on Elm Street arrived today. Now, yes, I did order the Steelbook set, but if you saw my post yesterday, there is the potential that we have 100% tariffs coming for movies that are made or brought in from outside the United States. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be walked back. I don't know why that was announced yesterday, but I didn't want to take the chance because the Steelbook set that I ordered is from the UK because I missed out on the American set. So this is kind of my backup, and it may become a pickle prize if I end up getting my my set. But this is the case that it comes in. It comes with the 3D glasses, and each of the movies, it's on a flipper tray, so no stacking. Everything is nice and I have the movies because the UK set doesn't come out until I think the 27th of October, and there's no way I'd have it to be able to watch it for Halloween. So I figure I have this set, I had a store credit, and so it didn't cost me anything, so I figured why not, and this way I'll have the movies to preview the 4K, and then if something happens where I'm not able to get my Steelbook set from the UK, at least I have this. So I will be definitely watching all of those. I will also watch Scream. This is the first 3 movies. Those are my favorites, so those will be the ones that I watch, and it has 2 documentaries. This one was also signed by Henry Winkler, so I'm very happy about that, and I'll always keep this in my collection. I'm also going to watch the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I watch it every year. Sometimes I watch it in the summer and in October, but I always watch it during Halloween month, so I'm going to watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then I will, I did just get these. I've watched them, but I wanted to add them in here in case you guys haven't seen them. We have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Now, you don't have to get this Arrow edition. There is a Blu-ray that is just fine. The transfer on this one it's a little more grain than probably some people would want. I think you will be just fine with the Blu-ray. I mean, this is a really nice set, but if you don't want to spend the money for it or you can't find it, don't worry about it. Get the Blu-ray or even just stream it. But really nice, and I love, love, love the remake of Texas Chainsaw. I think it's one of the best remakes out there. And then I was very surprised by this one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. I hadn't seen this in years, and I've forgotten how much I really like it. It is the prequel to this, to the remake, so you have the same characters, and you see their kind of origin story, if you will. But this is really good, and this 4K is significantly better looking, I think, than the remake was, but that's just me. But either way, check them out if you haven't seen them. You don't have to get the Arrow one. There's also a Blu-ray edition and probably DVDs available of both. So definitely, though, you have some options with Texas Chainsaw. And then I had to add this one in. I know it's more of a summer watch, a summer franchise, but Friday the 13th, I'll pick something out of it. I just watched a bunch of them that came out on Arrow, but maybe I'll just watch the first one, but I always watch something from Friday the 13th during Halloween month. If you're not into it, if it's more of a summer thing for you, just skip over this one, but I had to include it. So we have Friday the 13th, and then this one. This is only 7 of the 10 films, but it's the Saw collection. I am watching all the Saw movies because I'm going to do something with that franchise during this month, because I really like the Saw franchise more than I talk about, because I should talk about it more because I really do like it more than I let on. I know not all the installments are great, but I really do like Saw, so I do want to give it a little special attention this month. So I wanted to mention to you guys, you might want to watch it, and definitely look forward to more in-depth talks about Saw at some point during the month. And then I just have a few more, and then we're going to get to what I watch on Halloween Eve and Halloween. This one is one of the new horror films from A24 this year. It stars Hugh Grant, and it's Heretic. Again, I like this one so much more than I thought. These 2 gals, they go to his door. I believe they're from the Mormon Church or the Church of Latter-day Saints. I don't know which is the correct terminology, so I do apologize. They go to his house, and they want to go in, but they are nervous about going in because they want to make sure that his wife is there, that there's someone there. And all I can say is weird things happen. Hugh Grant is fantastic. It's creepy. It's unnerving. It's so unsettling. And these girls are just in way over their head. But Heretic was a really nice surprise. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. You will not be disappointed. It's a good one. And then we have, I have 2 more here. This is again a favorite, You're Next. We have a family that's getting together for a big celebration meal, and I believe it's a wedding anniversary. I could be wrong, but I think it's a wedding anniversary. But what happens during dinner is people wearing these creepy, creepy masks start firing arrows through the windows and picking people off, and all I can say is it's a lot of fun. Big surprises at the end, but I'm not going to get into it for people who haven't seen it. And one of the best final girls ever. You're Next is a blast. I never need a reason to watch this. I can just put it in anytime. So You're Next is a favorite. And this is one that people ask about all the time, and with good reason, because it's fantastic, and it's The Descent. you have a group of friends that a group of girlfriends who go away on these trips, and they want to do like these the cave diving, and they're in way over their heads, and they get down in these caves, and you know nothing good is going to come from it. But I love that it's so claustrophobic and eerie, and it's dark and creepy, and it is a place that you would never find me. I have no business being down there. Anything that's down there is none of my business, so I give them a lot of credit. But this is a really fun film, and it's great to watch during Halloween. It's a lot of fun. So The Descent had to be on my list. Let's see. Okay, so then we're going to talk about what I watch the night before Halloween and Halloween. Now, this one, is it a great movie? No, but it's a lot of fun, and it's fun to put on for Halloween and the night before. It's the WNUF Halloween special. This is a fake TV program with fake advertisements, bad advertisements, and you have these reporters that are going out to this supposedly house where weird things are happening. And it's like, I guess it's cheesy, but it's good fun too. So it's something that I kind of put on in the background while I'm hanging out and doing whatever. But I always watch this every year, because really the only time you can watch it and enjoy it properly is Halloween, because it's a Halloween special. And like I said, they have the weird ads running, and it's a very cheesy film, but it's perfect for the night before Halloween. So it's WNUF Halloween special. If you haven't seen it, give it a look. You could probably stream it somewhere. And going hand in hand with that, I watch Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I love this one. What I tell people is, I know it's a departure. I know Michael Myers isn't in it, but if you're not a fan of this, if you watch this as just a standalone film, you will enjoy it so much more than if you watch it as part of the Halloween franchise. Just give it a watch, pretend it's not part of Halloween, and it is a lot of fun. And I love the masks. I have all 3 of them back there on my shelf, which you'll see eventually. But really, really good stuff. I just love this one. I watch it every year, and I'm never disappointed. Okay, so now we're down to Halloween night, and I do the same thing every year. I watch John Carpenter's Halloween from 1978, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, and I have pizza. That's my thing. That's my jam. Halloween 78 with a pizza. You can't go wrong. Or any kind of comfort food. Whatever is your thing, that's what you do. This year I'm going to do a little different though. I am also going to watch Halloween 2018, because this is my favorite from the new trilogy. I really do like this one. It's really grown on me. So I'll be watching these 2 together, and I will be eating pizza and who knows what else. Maybe I'll get into some popcorn, who knows. But those are my films for the 31 Days of Halloween. That's my original watch list. Now, like I said, if your favorite films were not on this, or your favorite picks for Halloween are not on it, have faith, I will get to a lot more during the month. I have all kinds of things planned for the rest of the month. I have foreign language films or non-American films. I have more lighter fare, like classics, for people who maybe aren't as into horror, but they still want to, join in for the Halloween fun. But I have a lot of lists planned, a lot of collection tours, all kinds of things we're going to get into. It is my favorite month of the year. You guys know that, so I have tons of fun things planned for you. And Pickle's going to be making some appearances with some pickle prizes, so stay tuned for her. She's doing good. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found some things to put on your list, or maybe things that you haven't pulled off your shelf in a while. Maybe you'll give them a watch. And if not, let me know down in the comments what you are going to be watching for the Halloween month. What's your favorite things to watch during the 31 days of Halloween? And I'm upset that it's only 31 days. I get depressed at the end of the month. But that's going to do it for me. I hope you found this helpful. I want to thank you as always for watching. And I'm going to catch you again probably in a day or 2. So we're going to start cranking out some more content than usual. And I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. And I'm going to go up and have something to eat, check on my little pickle, and I'll catch you in the next one. So for now, that's a wrap.